Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we're here to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 11. I believe this episode is called The Code. If you're new here, we do this every Sunday. It's about a 10 to 15 minute live first impression review. And then if you want to stay afterwards, we're going to do about a 40 to 45 minute fan feedback discussion. That's a discussion with you guys in the comments section live. So again, when the review portion is over, you can stay or you can go if you're just here for the review. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to verify that we are live with no problems with sound. And I'm sharing this on social media. Make sure everything clears. It looks like we're good. Let me pop up that chat. All right. Let me pop up the chat. You guys can hear me all good? And before we dive into this, which is going to be any second now, I just want to let you guys know, if you're a subscriber to the MAPP family, there's been tons of YouTube issues. People have been hitting me up recently saying they've been unsubscribed, so just double check that. That gets ridiculous. I had like 50 people, no joke, no exaggeration. And then you see your YouTube things, and sometimes you get like 300 people unsubscribed in one day or something, and there's no controversy with you, and then you get I don't know what YouTube's doing, but we never used to have problems like that. Anyway, just make sure you're subscribed, and also YouTube's not showing up the videos for some dumb reason, only select videos. But recently I uploaded audio commentary for Doomsday Kingdom, which is my comic. If you're new to the channel, obviously, that's the writer commentary part 1, and then 2 parts with the artist. One's 15 minutes, one's a good half an hour, and I still have like 1 or 2 parts to upload this week, so keep an eye out for that. Now let's dive straight into this episode, except I want to show you guys these new socks I want. Look at this. Look at this. I found these as a joke. Wait, where'd it go? Tupac socks. I looked for funny socks to make a dumb joke in a video, and look at that. You got his little thug life. Look, he's doing the West Side. He's got a bandana. People are probably hollering at me to shut up and talk about the show. I'm gonna get there. I thought that was hilarious. I want a pair. Anyhow, Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 10. There's a lot with the dialogue I liked, a lot with the flow that I did enjoy. I'm going to get one of the negatives out right away because it was something that was clinging on to me the entire episode where even at the parts I liked, like I did like some of the banter. The black dude and the white girl being like, oh yeah, that's my brother. And Morgan said something like, oh, really? And then the black guy's like, we're twins. Some of the dialogue I liked. And even some of the moments I thought with Morgan being tied up and how they filmed that. Again, I am going to nitpick with, I feel like that, man, that could have been done in just a touch more intense. Not that he's going to die, but how does he get out of this and in what way? But again, they're filming at night. It is a complicated shoot. So I call it nitpicky because there's always a little bit of a better way to do something. And again, that's based on perspective. But with any of the stuff I liked in the episode, there's still that underlining theme of what is the point of this? Like, what is the purpose? Unfortunately, throughout this episode, by the end of the episode, I started feeling that like the main purpose was simply to have Morgan pick where he was going to go, which gets frustrating because I even wrote a note in the beginning. I understand why. We don't need this philosophical, deep, I'm a coward bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm getting frustrated with The Walking Dead just taking itself way too, like, deep. It needs to be deep, but not every decision and every sentence. I'm good with just something simple. I went to war with those people. I lived with those people. Rick was one of my first like friends in this world. I want to go back to them and help them. Just keep it simple. You know what I mean? So in that aspect, I'm thinking if they try and dare give me this tug of war with Morgan, I'm not buying it. He went to war, an actual war in a zombie apocalypse with this other group. He built friendships and yada, yada, yada. this group in Fear the Walking Dead, he had a little, camaraderie with John Dory, but the rest of them pretty much ignored him, told him to leave. Am I wrong? I mean, Alicia even admits she just was cold to him. She turned her back to him. She left him, and she even admits that. So that weighed on me heavily, even when I was enjoying it. I kept thinking in the back of my mind, what are we doing here? What's the point of this episode? And the last negative frustration, I believe, is the split episodes. The Walking Dead did it, and it frustrated the hell out of me. And Fear the Walking Dead is doing it now, where we get, and for those who don't know, split episode is where you take, let's say, there's 10 people in the cast, where you take 1 or 2 characters, and that was Alicia and Charlie last week. This week it's Morgan. Next week it's Al and whatever, and we get a little bit of Morgan. Sometimes they start mixing them up with this, that, and whatever, but at the end of the day, the split storytelling, I wish both shows, I don't care if it's a budget reason or if they actually think that's a great way to tell the story. It's just frustrating and stupid, to be blunt and honest. All right, so the storm, I'm not done with my negatives, I'm sorry, but this is a little one. I was so excited for the natural disaster, the storm, and watching them survive this. I wrote just a simple frown face. Yeah, I'm lame. But that's all I could say, man, because I got so excited. And then when I realized last week the storm only revolved around Alicia and Charlie, I got kind of bummed out, because now I'm seeing they didn't give a shit about showing us a storm and a natural disaster, because that would be some cool story element, and it's something we haven't explored really in The Walking Dead. In the main show, they just zipped over it when I thought they were going to do more, but it really was only to lock Charlie and Alicia in a place and get those characters to come together, which is something they could have done, sure. They didn't need to force it in this one episode with a storm there and yada, yada, yada. Anyhow, he wakes up in Mississippi, and if you didn't catch what happened, I'm guessing, because I'm not 100% sure, I only watched it the once live, but he sought refuge inside the truck, and I guess he was so exhausted, and they stole the truck, the twins. They stole the truck and drove 400 miles to Mississippi from Texas, and he slept through that, like 9 hours or something like that. I just saw that one comment, did Scott Gimple take the Ronnie's feeding post idea? For those who don't know, in my comic Doomsday Kingdom, there's an important character called the Prisoner, and he's handcuffed with, or he has rope tied on his hands with a sack over his head. Looked just like this. But anyway, so the idea is Morgan's in the truck. They take the truck to Mississippi because they robbed the real guy putting down boxes of supplies and stuff at each mile marker or whatever. So then they robbed the other guy who was making the beer. And then I guess, and again, this is a guess because it's supposed to be like a mystery or a question, but I guess what's going to happen is the girl who was writing on the zombie, she's a whole new girl who robbed and maybe killed the guy who was originally dropping off the cans, or one of the people who was involved in that. And I guess she's looking for like the big stash. Again, that's a huge guess, but that's kind of what I understood from that, because Morgan, after finding out that they robbed the guy and what he was doing was putting the boxes down, Morgan wanted to do what he was doing, which, yes, that infuriated. That made me mad. I'm not even going to try. That made me mad because he wants to go back east, right, to his people. He's going to collect Alicia and all them. He's collecting people and maybe even collecting people on the way. And he's going to a community with people, and he knows they need resources. Why would you? And I get the idea. Again, Walking Dead being deep, his life was saved because some guy just put boxes on the side of the road, and the girl was like, oh, they're going to sit there and rot. They're useless. We can use them. And here, he was in a predicament where he rolled over and got the knife, and it saved his life. Absolutely. I get what they were going for. But again, at the same time, it's the overdose on the deepness. Because again, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being an idiot here, but he has people. He's going to more people. Who knows what's going to happen on that journey? Why is he leaving resources that they would need? Unless I miss something where, how they showed all those resources. Maybe that's like, there's so many, it doesn't matter how much they give out because it's going to just rot by the time they, consume it. Anyhow, I already talked about Morgan going the walkie. Interesting. Yeah, we didn't get confirmation about the different, people with the walkie-talkies and stuff. But again, I'm assuming that ties into what's going to come next week and that girl who was writing on the zombie's head. And yeah, that trailer with the zombie in the back seat was a tad ridiculous. I did roll my eyes hardcore at that. That was kind of silly. When we see it in action, it might make more sense. There might be a purpose, unless they're just going to go with this, she's crazy as shit, which is, it's a weak writer's excuse for anything, Anyway, like I said, I did like the on top of the car scene. I am with a lot of you, I think. Maybe I just seen one, but I saw one person that rated this a 7 out of 10. I'm good with that. I'm good with a 6, 7 out of 10. I think I would enjoy this more if, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Morgan wasn't in it. And I say that. Keep in mind, Morgan's one of my all-time favorite characters, right? I don't know why, but I always say all-time favorite. When I want you to know I'm no bullshit for real. I love Morgan because the actor Lenny James is outstanding. He has a ton of charisma, and almost everything he does, it's a home run. He is one of those actors where it's easy to connect with that character. Just incredible. Loved him in everything I've seen him do so far. No, I did not see Low Winter Sun or whatever that is. I missed that. But if I wasn't, if it was the Morgan going to Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead, if that wasn't hanging, you know what I mean, hanging around like the impending danger or something looming around, I don't know where I was getting with that, but I think I would have enjoyed it a little more. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason why I said I would enjoy it more if Morgan wasn't in it, because I do want more of Morgan. If he was in every single episode, I'd be happy with that, because out of this whole cast, I think Morgan is probably my all-time favorite. There I go again. Out of the entire Fear cast. That's funny, because he's, well, I guess he is a Fear character, right? But you know what I mean? Not the original. But it's that, when I'm watching it, I just got that lingering shit that's like, what are we doing here? Is this really about justifying his actions between bouncing around? So, if it was a different character and if we weren't struggling with this crossover bullshit, I think I'd probably like this about an 8. I'll be honest. I'm feeling that. I might change my mind. But with the way it is, it takes it down a peg, man. So about a 6, about a 7, because I kind of feel like this isn't doing much but setting up these new characters, which is the thing I'm happy about. I'm interested about some new people. And then the only other thing is justifying why Morgan's going to stay instead of going, or what his plan is. Because eventually, I assume Morgan is going to make it back. And they could do two things. They could leave some of the Fear characters behind, so they can keep going with the Fear show, or they can all go back with Morgan and not blend the shows, because they lose money doing that. That just doesn't, I mean, unless the show is hemorrhaging money, which doesn't make any sense, but having 2 shows means more money. I know a lot of people say combine the shows and cut the episodes, but that's actually a lot less money. Even though you're spending less money on 2 shows and spending less money with less episodes, you're also making less money, because now you have a lot less commercials. So in reality, unless Fear the Walking Dead only has like 100,000 viewers, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's not really losing money. So the only other thing to do is something we talked about a long time ago, which is beyond the crossover. When you have a crossover event, bring the characters close, but not so close they'll be in every episode. Bring them close to where they are a good distance away from the original cast, and then once in a while, when the story, when it fits the story, you can have Daryl on Fear, you can have Morgan on Fear and The Walking Dead, because the characters are close, but they're not Hilltop close. You know what I'm saying? They're not the Sanctuary close. They're more like, I don't have an example, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you're only here for the review portion, this is it for the review portion. You don't have to listen to the whole hour or whatever. I'm going to check the super chats first. If you're new or new to YouTube, those are people who pay to donate to the channel, but also to get their comments highlighted. And son of a bitch, I was supposed to get that Streamlabs set up. I'll do that this week. I had it on the thing for weeks now to just get it done. But anyhow, let's do the super chat. We got a $20 donation from EdFox777. Thank you very much for the support. You think it is possible Daryl will kill Alpha instead of Negan, or will they keep it as a storyline for Negan to be a Class A character on the show? I want Carol to wreck the Whispers. To be honest, at this time, I don't want to say yes. But we know Daryl gets a lot, right? I mean, Daryl gets a lot of remix parts and he gets a lot of screen time. I don't want to say yes because Daryl's going to have to somewhat adopt some of Comic Rick's story. There's no way around it. Daryl, Michonne, anyone who's left alive is going to have to absorb some of that loss in order for this to work. So it may just stay as Negan, because the difference between a comic and a show, you can have Negan in the comic disappear, and that's what happened in the comic. He's gone. But in the show, you have the actor there. You're going to have to use him and pay him, and you can't just say, oh, well, we're not using him, because he's just going to get another gig. And then when it's time to film Negan scenes, he's working on a movie. You can't do that because of scheduling. Unless they're working around it in a very clever way, that's fine. I don't know all the ins and outs of that. I'll be honest about that. But I think it should just go to Negan. I think they should just stick somewhat with the comic on that one. And yeah, thank you very much for the donation, but I'm going to stick with that, yeah. How's that game working? You good, kiddo? I thought you were going to ask me something before. Are you okay? Mm-hmm. All right, good. All right, moving over to the chats now.
Do you get those socks at the thing?
Yeah, hold on. There you go.
Someone looks at that stupidness.
Hold on, guys. I just got to slide my all right, there we go. I lost the screen with the comments on it.
I wanted that screen to be up so I could see it.
All right. Is it possible that guy who owns the truck is Rick? Wait, what? No. I don't think so. Unless you think he's not dying and he's going to disappear and then leave it open-ended so he can return. But I doubt that's what they're doing. Todd Murray. Didn't it kind of bother you how the lady wouldn't let Jimbo keep the important beer making? Yes, that did. Absolutely, that did. That's a Hollywood thing that actually annoyed the ever-loving shit out of me, because unless in real life that thing weighs a ton, give me a break. When they say, oh, we're a little too heavy, you do one of two things. You take the actual heavy stuff off, like the heavy sacks and anything that weighs. Something that weighs 5 pounds, that's not doing anything. And that thing looked like it weighed less than 5 pounds. That's not doing shit. And then the other thing you do is, once the truck starts going, you load it back up, because you might not run into that problem again. If you run into that problem again, you do it over again. Or if it's that serious, if it's like every 10 miles, which I doubt, you know, you dump the heavy stuff. But a little thing like that, that doesn't matter. For weight, get out of here. Come on, Hollywood. I know you're not that dumb. Stop acting like we're that dumb. That doesn't make any damn sense. Anyway, back to Todd. Like, would it really be so much extra room, possibly just for the cool creative line? That's it. That's all they were doing, you know? What I truly love about Fear the Walking Dead is that the characters have a lot of flaws and they're nowhere near perfect or nice. But yet they're all still somewhat likable. Yeah, I use the word interesting because I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean, though. But I'm just saying, it feels like I'm saying, you're wrong. Don't ever call them likable, you son of a bitch. I say interesting, though, because I don't want anyone getting confused. I remember when I did that with Negan, people were like, you want to beat Asians in the head until their brains are all over the place? It's like, no. He's an interesting character as a villain, because if villains weren't interesting, it's not like you can watch only good guys. So when we say they're likable or interesting, that's all we mean. I like watching someone who's a little bit crazy sometimes. And the same here. The girl and the black dude, they're not my favorites, not by far. I'm like, well, you get out of here, you know? Come on. But at the same time, they're interesting. So I want to see, you know, how their characters develop. Rick's from Georgia. The owner of the truck is from Texas. I don't know how that relates. Any of that about Rick. Like, this is after. You know what I'm saying? This is after. Sam Black with a $5 donation. Whoop, whoop. Thank you very much. Hey, Ronnie, do you think Morgan was happy to not have Michonne stealing the peanut butter energy bars? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do you think the characters will only meet up by the finale? That would be disappointing. Knowing the writing, either the episode before the finale or the finale, sure. I mean, just look back at last season, right? Last season, they did the same shit. People split up and then got reunited. I think they did that like twice already, right? In Fear the Walking Dead in just a couple seasons. Do you think that... let me scroll down. Desmond said, did this feel a little better, a little bit like a Walking Dead episode to you with Fear this week? I was getting a little bit of season 4, season 6 vibes. I don't really get that vibe, you know. I did for a moment think when it first started and Morgan was grabbing the supplies, and before that they aired a little preview of The Walking Dead season 9. I got excited for The Walking Dead. At the same time, man, my excitement is nothing compared to in season 1 when I first saw it. Nothing ever beats season 1 though, because that's when you first realize you discovered an amazing show. But even like with season 2 and 3, even 4 to that degree, for me, my excitement level was insane when it was early and fresh. But even with 5 and 6, there was still that excitement that is just so different now. And a part of me is really wondering if we're getting just too much in the world of The Walking Dead, because a part of it's feeling a little repetitive. Even with the video games and the comic and the different shows and the this and the that and the novels, and some of it feels like, how many times can you see the same thing, you know? So it's getting there. And I think a part of that frustration is it's not like they can't do different things, because there's absolutely ways you can make it feel new and unique. If you don't believe me, if I ever find the time, I will try to write, like, as an example. You could probably hate it if you want. And I don't mean to sound cocky, but I'll write like a mini pilot, you know what I mean, for something, and show you how you can write something different than Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead. Just simply based on the beats seem a little too the same. Wait, your new Taylor Ryder. Hold on, I got something in my eye. Taylor Ryder's new favorite character is Jim. What is that?
It's called an eyelash.
Yeah, it might be an eyelash. I'm like digging into my eye on live stream. You like that? Is that sexy? What?
Your eye's gonna fall out.
Something's stinging my eye out of nowhere. New favorite character is Jim, the guy who had the bag on his head. Yeah, he's the one who was the prisoner. He looked just like it. He also played Cole in 12 Monkeys. He was Cole in 12 Monkeys? I never seen the show. That's why I said it like that. I love the movie, though. That movie is a movie I would probably one day love to do a video on. And not just like sit down and talk about it. Like, I like that. I would like to... it's been a while. I might rewatch that and think, not anytime soon, you know, because we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. But, man, that would be a good one to put on the list. Slizzle90 said, do you think Morgan's internal struggle stems from not being able to kill his wife? He called himself a coward again. Yeah. Yeah, and... with this gets tricky, because if there's some stuff I'm missing in a deeper way and they connected that, then yeah, absolutely, there's still some connection there. But the problem, though, is we've seen Morgan do things. So in certain situations you can call him a coward, but we've seen him evolve. Morgan now is nothing at all like what he was when Rick first met him and when he couldn't kill his wife. If you took the Morgan who he is now and put him right in that situation, he probably wouldn't hesitate. It would be rough. It'd be tough. But he'd get it done. Like, that's the point of his transformation. So I guess when I said it kind of bothered me how he was like, oh, I'm a coward and yada, yada, yada. I guess that's what they were going for. So you are correct. For me, it didn't land. You know what I mean? So I didn't come away with the same thing. Sam Black with a $5 dono. Hey, Ronnie, do you think Morgan was happy to not have Michonne steal? Wait a minute. Did you do that all over again? Did you do that twice? It came up twice on my end. No, you only did that once. That was weird. Taylor Ryder, still, thank you for the dono. With a $2 dono, Jim is also Cole, the main character in 12 Monkeys. All right, so I guess I saw a comment and he did a dono for that. Fuck, now my super chat is worthless. Yeah, because I read your regular question. But hey, it's not worthless, bro. It helps the channel, you know? Oh no, Ronnie will become a zombie. I'm already a zombie. If anyone wants to see what I look like in zombie form, if you own the Doomsday Kingdom, even if you own the digital copy of issue 2, it's on the back cover. There's a painting of me as a zombie. I'm in the front. You can't miss me because there's a couple zombies. Question. Don't know if it's been covered yet, but out of all the new characters this episode, which could you see staying around for the longest or going into season 5 or 6 or however many seasons? That's a tricky one. I don't feel like we got enough, so I'm not real sure about the ranges. I'll be honest, though. The black dude in a wheelchair, I know we didn't get much from him. I probably should have just called him the wheelchair guy. That's sufficient description enough. However, I feel like the range, I was looking for a bit more. Again, he didn't get a ton of stuff, but I could have gotten a little more range, and I think that's the most important thing. So for an actor to really put his hooks in, you need to have good range, and I call it a combination of range and charisma. That's what makes you addicting. You know, like Michael Rooker has an insane amount of charisma, attach that to his range, and that's why he's in 59,000 movies every single year. You know what I mean? So, if I had to pick one, I want to say the girl for now, but that's just because she got a little bit of more, you know, just a touch. But I also feel like the guy could be a sleeper hit. You never know. Because, again, he didn't get a whole lot except for one little monologue. The white dude with the beer guy. I can't think of a clever name. The beer bastard. People, everyone, listen. Please give this a like unless you truly hate it. Yes, please do that.
Well, they probably all say they hate it, so.
Was that Rick's voice Morgan heard on the bridge? No, that wasn't. Morgan was overhearing just what was said already. That crazy lady at the end, is she becoming one of them? Like her skin was kind of decaying. Oh, no. This isn't Z Nation, you know. In order for you to turn into a zombie, you have to die in The Walking Dead. You can't, like, get sick and start turning. It doesn't work like that. She was probably just dirty, and I think she even wrote something on herself, so. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you knock that off?
No.
All right. Thank you, though. I thought I'd ask. No, seriously. Can you go into the kitchen and get me the pitcher of iced tea in the sink? And then my little Illuminati glass. It looks like the... you don't know what that is. Can you just get me the pitcher of iced tea? Do you know that glass that Daddy likes? The one with my special glass with the gold around it?
It's a little bit clear. Like
yeah, a little bit clear with the blue and the red and gold.
Oh!
Yes. If you can't reach, do not drop that one. I thought this was a great episode. I can expect people to like this episode. I'm not mad at you. Yes.
It's right on the counter. What do you mean?
Sorry, I thought it was in the cabinet. Be careful with it.
Here, I'm gonna get you.
Get that picture, please. Anyone hyped for the PS4 exclusive Spider-Man game? I I think some people might be hyped. I'm seeing that everywhere. Like, I'm going to check that out. When I heard there was a Spider-Man game, I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun. I'll check it out if it's got
Wait, what?
my iced tea. Yo, what you doing? Open that in there. That's way too loud. I'm going to check that out now. A lot of people are talking about that. Forzy said, Q&A, The Walking Dead ended Morgan running to Fear. Do you think Fear will end with Morgan running back? Here's the tricky thing.
I'm a servant. I'm his butler.
I think...
Girl version.
That would be a maid. I think...
And I'm a maid.
No, that's loud. Get out of here.
The pain is... stabs.
I went to joke at first, but no bullshit. For some reason, they use crazy Gorilla Glue on that. That was nuts. Okay.
This is good.
Keep your comments to yourself, please. Did you like the episode, Ronnie? 6, 7 out of 8. Out of 8. Oh my God. I'm going to bed. That's it. Good night. 6, 7 out of 10. The guy in the wheel played Tommy Laurado in the movie Galaxy Quest. Probably going to wait until Black Friday for Spidey. Too many other games coming out. Good idea. This isn't really a question, but Ronnie, you got to direct a short film. A horror film, or come up with your own monster or horror slasher. That would be a cool video. I promise you, one of the main goals in this channel is moving ahead with original content. I have one that I can do soon. I got to work on some things, but one of them would be, and it's the only thing I hate, I would love to sit down and be able to do one where I can direct and have a few actors. I think that would be outstanding. However, there is one that I would probably just do the acting and I could probably get that done this winter, so.
Shouldn't have got me this.
Anyway, honey, you better not. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. Thank you. Do you have an unofficial prediction as to how many views the season 9 premiere will get? Damn, I don't even know if I remember. Where were we at last year? I'm going to say 10 million. 10 million views, maybe 11 million. Could be 8. Depends on if people are sick of zombie, the Walking Dead universe by them. Because they do, it's up and down. Sometimes they'll wait. Branching on. Listen, here's the thing is, yeah, I'm very interested in that. If you guys are interested in more original content, that is something I will straight up and down be honest with. As far as needing help and assistance with that, we'll have to figure something out. And I'm not bullshitting either. Because I've heard of some YouTubers that did some stuff like that, started either with their Patreons or with what is that, like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I've heard of a couple of them that raised 4,000, 5,000, 7,000. I haven't heard any higher than that, and it's been years and they haven't done nothing. And that's one of the main reasons why I want to stay on point with Doomsday Kingdom, is to show that we've had I don't even know how many we've had. 1,600 orders. 1,600. I think we're up to like 1,615. 1,615 orders. We've had some delays and complications. We still have about 55 orders that are on hold. But that's almost 2,000 orders now that we have successfully dealt with, like as a business, and shipping out the comics and stuff like that. So those are baby steps to show and prove that if we do something in the future, I definitely want to follow through, and not 3 years from now. If I come up with an idea for a short and we actually go ahead and do it, I want that to be done, and I mean a short, not like all this technical, CGI. No, I don't want to bite off more than we can chew. I want to be able to get this done, have like a timeline. I'm also learning from the comic. One important thing is to showcase the progress, a progress timeline. You need to do something like that. Branching off the point you made earlier, do you think we will all have zombie fatigue? I'll never have zombie fatigue. I think I'll have zombie fatigue based in the franchise that we're in. Like, if we get too many dumb zombie movies, I'm going to get sick of dumb zombie movies. But if something comes out, like Days Gone is a zombie video game. I don't have zombie franchise for that. Zombie franchise. I don't have zombie fatigue for that because it looks like something I will want to play. Overkill's The Walking Dead, Telltale The Walking Dead, even World War Z, which is shocking. That looks interesting enough. I'm not gonna not play those games because of zombie fatigue. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because they look interesting. Now, Patient Zero, I'm hearing it's terrible, so I haven't even bothered with it. And to be honest, when you re-look at the trailer, you could see how it could probably crap itself, So, but one day I'll probably check that out. What's a telling sign though is the studio that's putting that out literally was like, oh, we're not. They just like dumped it onto whatever Google Play or something, I think it is. People are laughing at me because I can't open that bag. I'm trying to get Juliet to go Halloween and trick-or-treating with me as Joel and Ellie. I think that would be awesome. I haven't shaved my head yet. I love shaving my head. Hair just bothers me. But if it can grow a little bit more, probably grow a lot more.
A cold head all the time?
Well, yeah, your head gets cold as hell when you have a shaved head. But I might be able to grow enough hair to where I can be Joel. Not as much as he does. And then she could be Ellie. I think that would be awesome, at least for when she grows up.
Ellie's shorter.
Yeah, you do? Look at that. Then get it cut.
If I put it in a ponytail like this.
There you go.
That's
Ellie.
It is. I mean, I do have...
Yeah, guys, that's why I muted it. I know the bag, when I try to open it, would be crazy loud. So I saved your ears.
He said Juliet can open it.
All right, we got a $5 dono from Dude Guys. Still writing the Doomsday Kingdom movie script. Also am sending you a custom 5-inch Walking Dead figure. Thank you very much for the update. I am definitely damn curious about your fan project. Definitely love seeing anyone who got anything Doomsday Kingdom related. Most of you will probably be like not customs and stuff, but most of you will probably be unboxing videos or opening videos or comic reviews. Because like I said, we sent out hundreds of orders. A lot of those orders, I do have to admit now that I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of digital sales too. So keep in mind, not everything is shipped, but anyone who opened anything, definitely, if you want to, make a video and send us a link. We try to keep up to date with as many as we can. We do miss a lot. I watched a video that was like a year old the other day, and I was like, damn, sorry. Sorry for being late. But that was for a review of the comic.
Remember the Valentine's one? It was on Valentine's.
No, that's something else I'm talking about, honey.
No, I'm talking about the Valentine's.
I know. I'll never get sick. Taylor Ryder says, I agree, I'll never get sick of zombies. Zombies will always be my favorite of everything. Has any major show had many filler episodes as The Walking Dead? Yeah, some shows have filler episodes. That's a common thing, Too many comic movies, I want something animated. A comic brought to life would be cool. Too many comic movies, I want something animated. Animated would be cool. I still think a direct adaptation of the Walking Dead comics, still to this day, I think that would be awesome. Imagine, you don't just make it to slap it on Netflix. You could probably get a Netflix deal, but you make it to put in exclusive release. The only way you can buy it in physical form is at the Skybound shop or on the website. It comes in a case where it would have like one statue with like 1 or 2 discs depending on how they do their seasons, and those statues you can display them all together, maybe even make like a base that goes with the set. Nowadays, marketing stuff like that, if the cost is there, the cost and how much money you'll recoup in the profit and yada yada yada, you might be able to do something like that, especially if and again, I don't know how much money they make on releases, home releases, but if there was a way to get people to pay it, or maybe even if they made enough money putting it on YouTube, YouTube is constant ad revenue, or if they put it on their own sites with their own ad revenue, they have their own website, and don't do like a service, don't do like, okay, we're doing this, so we're going to do our own Skybound service. No, do something like we have this one thing, and then people will pay $20 to watch like the whole season on your site, and they unlock it. I don't know, just ideas, but I think a direct adaptation of the Walking Dead comic, filling in some of the scenes and adding scenes that we didn't see, because a comic book is like, here's one panel, but you didn't see them walk over here. Maybe something interesting happened along the way. And no, it's not just people walking back and forth. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, whatever. Ronnie should play Joel in the movie. No, I'm definitely not a good Joel. No. Wait. Someone said something about Halloweening. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's a word. I don't know why I said it. God delayed till June. I am hearing now. Yeah, I hear it got delayed. That sucks. The day Hollywood makes Zombie the musical, it's over. I think they already did. I'd be shocked if they didn't, to be honest. Ronnie should play... Okay, that's where we were. Ronnie Hayes as Dwight on Halloween. Oh, my hair's nowhere near as long enough. Remember when it was long enough? I think I could have done it then. Maybe Comic Dwight. Yeah, Comic Dwight. He had like a shorter hair. When's Talking Dead on? I don't know. What was your reaction? Talking Dead, what? What was your reaction to the guy sneaking up on Occupied Morgan? I forgot to write that down, but that was a shocking scene. I never would have predicted we'd get a scene with Morgan on the John, Isn't Ellie into chicks? Yes. If nothing's wrong with that, and that doesn't matter. Why are you bringing it up? Can't Preacher just end already? Someone said. I guess that's because Preacher's playing now instead of Talking Dead. Do I got that right? I don't know why they do that to Talking Dead fans. I'll be honest, and I don't even watch Talking Dead. I don't agree with that at all. I know Preacher fans are probably pissed. Excuse me, at me, but guys, Talking Dead came first. You know what I'm saying? If you got this new Preacher show, put it on its own time. Don't just say Talking Dead doesn't matter here. Boom. House tour when, Ronnie?
Our house is too messy.
Yeah, that's too messy for that. Messy little stuff though, like this turd bag. But we already did one though. I mean, on this channel, we didn't move. It's the same apartment. The only thing we did different is my office used to be over there. It's now over here, and we switched things around. That's about it, because Juliet had this room. This was her bedroom at first, and she would never go back here because it's in the back of the apartment, so she would never come back here. So I said, okay, I'm switching it into the office because that way I have a door I can shut, because the other bedroom, it's just open. There's no door. So it's meant to be that way, for those who don't know. I can't afford a 2-bedroom apartment. It's so much money. So we have a 1-bedroom that is the size of like a 2-bedroom, or maybe a 3-bedroom, because we have a dining room that's like a mini room, but it's all open, no doors. So but I'll do a house tour, sure, because with Juliet starting school, yeah, with Juliet going back to school, I'll be able to keep the house cleaner, because she's a messy slob.
My best friend Skylar's going to the same class as me, and I've known her for 3 years.
What did you say? Get on your
Get
level?
on my level.
Okay, no,
I'm
shush.
level 63, you're level... Oh, wait, you're level...
Is Halloween your favorite holiday? Yes, it is. True story. I have the paperwork to prove it. When I got custody of Juliet and I got a lawyer and went down to finalize the paperwork, the what did you say?
I got scared a lot and I don't like it.
You got scammed?
Scared. But yeah, I do get
When I got
scared
custody, the first holiday I demanded was Halloween. But it doesn't matter because like the next day I got all the holidays. Is AMC still trying to shove Into the Badlands down our throats, or has it been canceled? I don't know, to be honest. I think that's on when The Walking Dead is on, actually. So I think that's during its break. Spin 2020 said, I'm going to be posting my little opening type vid for my new signature series and other DK purchases. Definitely give me the links, send them over, shoot us an email, whatever. You could just put it here whenever that happens. Let us know. Preacher showed the cross last episode. Too blasphemous. I'm not big on that. Will you watch the new Halloween movie? Oh, absolutely. Did you guys watch KSI versus Logan Paul fight? No. I checked out
No one likes Logan Paul.
Yeah, I checked out just like people uploaded clips to YouTube, and I was just kind of curious to see
fake.
how. And yeah, I personally believe it was rigged. Come on, yo, do you guys? For anyone who doesn't know, there was YouTubers did a boxing match which was pathetic. Impressed for what they're doing, but when you hear people and how they talk, like, I guess this Logan guy's been very athletic since he was in high school. They show like something about wrestling, and I have a lot of respect for wrestlers. One of my best friends in high school was a wrestler, and you guys know I have a background in actually boxing, jiu-jitsu, and martial arts, and we used to go to, I think it was the judo dojo. It was either that or it was the jiu-jitsu one. No, I'm sorry, it was the taekwondo dojo where me and my best friend, man, and he was a badass wrestler. We did some stand-up, and he was like, I want none of it, Ronnie, because back then, pre-kid, I was fast. Like, I was quick with my punches. And we decided to do a wrestling bout. And I didn't really wrestle. I was like, yeah, dude took me out in like 3 seconds. Like, it was insane. He did like a fireman's carry, and next thing you know, I'm laying on the ground, it twisted like a pretzel. I was like, dude, yo. So, but we sparred a lot after that, and I tell you what, man, listen, wrestlers know their shit, man, and that's some badass shit, and that's what got me more interested in jiu-jitsu, to be honest. But he was a beast, I'm telling you. But watching someone like Logan Paul, who is supposedly athletic since he was younger and yada, yada, yada. There's nothing impressing about that at all. Now, punches didn't seem too powerful. Plus, the guy he was taking on, he said, and I know nothing about KSI whatsoever. Don't really know anything about Logan Paul either. But apparently this guy was just a gamer till like no experience till like a year or two ago. And Logan couldn't take him out. That blows my mind. And then when they said it was a majority draw, and for anyone who doesn't know, a majority draw is rare as shit. So you tell me, one of the first biggest YouTube events like this, the first one, it was big but not as big, they get one of the rarest outcomes. Come on, you people. I'm not the only one who's thinking like, okay, you know what I mean? This is YouTube. They fake. That's fake as fuck, boy. There's no way that's not fake. There's no way that is not fake. 100%. 100%. It was rigged. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I know. Yeah, absolutely. For those who don't know, majority draw is where you usually get 3 judges, right? Almost always, I believe. But 2 out of the 3 have to do a tie. And that means the majority of the judges declared no winner. It's a tie. So even though there was one judge who, correct me if I'm wrong, scored KSI higher than Logan Paul, the majority of them, 2 out of 3, said there was no official winner. They can't yada yada yada. So rematch, more money. Last thing I'll say, and then I'll move on. if you pay them again for the rematch, you are a goddamn fool. A fool and his money will be soon departed. Is that what they say? Even if you're in the MAPP family, and I say this out of love, if you pay for that rematch, God help you. God help you. I mean, come on, man. Smarten up. Unless you go in there to hang out with people and you want to make a fun thing of it and you're into YouTube too, that's cool. But ouch. Just ouch. Ouch. But you got to give props for anything real that happened. Like if they were fighting and what's his KSI's younger brother, like that seemed real. That did seem real. And he doesn't look like a fighter at all. And even though Jake Paul won, someone who had just a little bit of experience would probably round one Jake Paul's dumbass out in a little bit of time. Even with just what little I saw with, I don't know, and I don't want to shit on the kid. I don't know nothing about the dude, the comedy shorts gamer, right? He was out of his element, fish out of water. And you can tell because one of the first things you got to do, and if you want to take it serious, you got to take a beating. You got to take some punching. And you can tell he's not ready for it. He needed a friend in his corner. He needed a serious friend in his corner to just smack the ever-loving fire out of his ass. Because then when you can take a crack, so what's you got padding on your helmet, you got boxing glove, you need to be able to take it. Go back and count how many times you've seen him jerk like this. He's afraid of the hit. He needs to conquer his fear of the hit. And, if I could give him advice, someone clip this and give him the advice. If the hit's not going to kill you or snap your bone, just eat it, or duck. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn to eat it. That's one of the main things I'll say. That sounds ridiculous, but trust me, you got to learn to eat that. Ronnie got chubby after Juliet was born. Hell yeah. At first I loved it, though, because I grew up skinny as hell. Like $155 at most, like ripped, though. I mean, well.
My baby sister.
And, yeah, just ripped, right? But $135, $155, and working all the time. But now, I packed on what I told Juliet. It's my joke. Don't let her steal it.
And then you realized you had a baby sister.
Yeah, me and Juliet were laughing one day. I told her, I was like, Daddy's getting fat. He's got a gut. And I told her, it's my joke. Don't listen to her. I said, like a beer belly, I got your baby sister.
I said, you're my baby sister.
No, I think I said it, and then you stole it as, okay, it's your joke. It's your joke. I forget, to be honest. I don't know. Did you spit on me? Hold on. Let's go.
I'm going to smash this in your face.
Juliet, you better go put that back. Your life depends on it. Wait till I get off this live stream. Dude, guys, with a $5 donation. Still writing. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, wrong one. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a lot of people playing zombies or characters that get shot, but I'll do my best. Already talked to a few people. Yeah, again, that's tricky, and I think that's why horror, I know people always ask, why does horror have a bad name? Like, even in screenwriting, like when I was, for those who don't know, I took a big interest in acting and screenwriting, mainly acting because I just wanted my foot in the door to direct and write screenplays and stuff like that. I'm happy being like the Invisible Man. I love being behind the scenes and just creating shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in front of the camera for you guys. That's it, the MAPP family. Other than that, put me behind the scenes and just yada, yada, yada. But what you find out is people don't take horror seriously. It's hard to get casting directors. Not impossible, but it's more difficult. It's more difficult to get people unless usually it is up-and-becomers. That's why you'll see a lot of up-and-becomers in, or I feel maybe you're more likely to see up-and-comers in the old Halloween and Friday the 13th, Kevin Bacon, Johnny Depp, because it's the up-and-comers playground, because serious actors, they're a little like, I don't know if this will work. And the main reason is because when filming independent movies got to the point of people at home making them, like I can do an independent movie right now. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where it's so common. We're not going to do a drama. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the monsters and the scary. It's easier to take a knife with fake blood and make a horror Burps always try to kill me. I'm telling you what. It's easier to take a knife and fake blood and make a horror movie than it is a drama. It's easier to make, cover your friends in whatever and pretend you're a zombie than it is to make a drama. It's way easier because you need serious actors with range and charisma in order for a drama to really touch base, or you're just wasting your time. With horror and stuff like that, it's the props, really, the props and creatures that lead the way. If you get a little bit of bad acting and you have really good props and creatures in an interesting and fun story, it'll override the bad acting. Unless it's The Room bad. Then you're fucked, no matter what. All right, we are going to stick to an hour-ish. I still feel like that is the best. When we have a lot to talk about, we'll ramble. So what I'm going to do is maybe we'll scour the comments. If you have any last things you want to say about anything, go ahead and put Q&A. I'm going to go through the comments for the last few minutes here and look for anything with Q&A. So, let me see. A fool and his money will dearly departed. Yeah, that's the saying, I think. Thoughts on the crazy lady at the end of the Fear episode? I already gave my thoughts. I think she's just robbing them, to be honest. Why won't they introduce Snow into the story? Because of the budget, to be honest. Who was the guy in the thumbnail? That's Morgan. The thumbnail of this video? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the guy in the wheelchair guy in this episode. How do you not know? Did Jim push Morgan down on purpose? No, that was an accident. Baby sister, wait, what? It was a joke because of my beer belly, which I got to start working out, man. I think I feel better overall. What the hell's wrong with your hair? I think I feel better overall, don't you? Because, I mean, I've worked out my whole life. I've been skinny and fit pretty much my whole life, except for, when I'm drinking too much. That was even still. We would get wasted, go to bed, pass out at 5 at night in the morning, and then wake up at noon or whatever, cook eggs, and then work off our hangover, usually drink a warm beer, your hangover's gone, and then get right into working out. Like, that's one thing we were addicted to. Geez, all day for years. Party. All right, no. Party, and then wake up and just work out. I mean, I lived that way for like 10 years. Drink at night, work out in the morning. How much did you bench when you were young? I didn't.
What is that?
Yeah, look at me, bro. It's a bench press. I was benching 165 when I weighed 135 to 150. 135 was my slimmest. I was like 17, but when I was up to 119, 120 or something, I think I was 165, benching 165. And you have to understand,
you fat.
Yeah, no, that's not that fat, actually. 165 is probably my sweet spot.
Now,
I'm not going high at all because I was doing it for martial arts. I'm not doing it just to be a bodybuilder. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever would do that to be a bodybuilder. So go ahead and say you bench 300. Keep in mind, I was in the weight room with other people who were doing it for bodybuilding. So it's no skin off my back. Is that what they call it? Ronnie, Humans versus Westworld. Which is the best show about AI? Humans? I had never seen Humans. I saw like one season and I don't know. What is the new baby's name? I don't know. I'll leave that up to Juliet. How can we lose our beer bellies? Jog and do some crunches and some back work. In order to work your abs, you have to work your lower back too. Don't ever work one and not the other. That's just not how it works. Unless you guys know something I don't. Or I don't believe that's how it works. Ronnie, having another kid, damn. No, never. I learned with one. Ronnie, how fast will you finish Last of Us 2 if you really like it? Oh, I'll play it every day. Westworld has the most beautiful women on the show. I am a fan. They got some pretty chicks. Wait. Killam Earl said, video format and audio look and sound different. I kind of like your old format and sound better. I know you spent some money recently, but it looks more like a cheaper podcast video than it did before. Yeah, that's one thing we might switch up. Now, hold on. If you're talking about the edited videos, then yeah, you're going to get because that I can upload and edit and all that in crisp HD. Well, I think I upload in crisp like 720, but still very different than live streaming format, especially with this webcam. I am so sick of this webcam. This is in 1 month, I'm trying to make sure I'm good money-wise. In 1 month, I'm going to tackle this webcam. I'm so sick and fed up with it. I don't know if I just need better lighting right here. And I'm literally drilling holes in the desk tomorrow to put the lighting right here to blast me in the face, because that's how sick I am of this webcam. I don't know if it's the lighting or the webcam, which it's a high def. You know what I mean? High def. It's 1080p, yada, 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 all that bullshit. And for some reason, it looks worse, I agree with you, than my camcorder, which is insane. As far as the microphone, that I will disagree with you. And when I put in headphones and when I'm in editing, the older microphone versus this one, the older microphone just had the quality of sound was just down. I didn't like it at all. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's not terrible. I could still use it, but it's just not as crisp as this one. I might need to do some EQ on this one. I still haven't done that yet. I plugged it in and I just started using it. I hated Into the Badlands, said Dr. Smarty Pants. Ever since they delayed The Walking Dead mid-season 6 premiere, saying we've got to watch Into the Badlands. Oh, yeah. I've had a problem with AMC about doing that, too. I thought that was messed up. Horror sucks because no one knows what's frightening anymore. Yes, I agree with that. Jump scares, and that's one of the main reasons why I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. I enjoyed it. I liked it enough to maybe buy collectibles. I don't have any yet. I have the old It. But the new one, if I see the figure laying around, I might grab it. Who am I kidding? I'll grab it. You got to put it next to the old It. But the movie had too many jump scares, and I hated that a lot. He jumps out of the coffin. He's got the Georgie puppet. He's coming out of the projector. You know, it's like, you guys can't come on. You got It the clown. You got Pennywise the clown. And you can't think of anything that's creepy without going in front of the camera. Well, you know? Fuck out of here.
What are you
Anyway,
doing?
I don't know. I just liked going, so I kept doing it. Do you think the Whisperers will make an appearance in Fear the Walking Dead? No. Has any horror movie actually scared you? Question mark. When I was little, I had a bunch. Oh yeah, there was one with an old lady and a butcher's knife. I think it was like The House on Cemetery Hill, or don't quote me on that, because it was like The House on something, and this old lady, and I remember she like chopped this dude's fingers or something when he was jumping out a window, something like that. But I was terrified. I shit you not, terrified of old people when I watched that. I'm not lying to you. My mother took me to, this is a true story. Mimi took me to a nursing home. My mother used to work in a nursing home when I was real little. We're talking like 7. And I was fucking scared of old people. I'm sitting around, there was this old woman with, she looked at me just like this. She just went like, she's like old and frail. She looks at me with her spawn Satan eyes, and then this white stuff just started coming out of her mouth. It was like her medicine, you know, but I'm 7 and my imagination's going nuts, and it was like this white, and she's like, "Argh." I couldn't drink milk for like 2 months. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't know, man. It freaked me out, you know. It just freaked me out. And I was terrified of old people. I don't remember anyone ever talking about being terrified of old people. When I was little, I watched a horror movie that on another level, I was scared. And yeah, when I went to a nursing home, man, I was like 7 or something like that. But, and then a year, Satan? I'll tell you later, honey. I don't know how you don't know who's Satan now, but it's the devil, Satan the devil. They're the same guy, but
I'm Satan, the girl version.
House on Haunted Hill. Are you excited for the new Halloween? Yeah, but again, I don't have a lot of faith in Hollywood. I don't know if it's House on Haunted Hill. I'm going to have to look it up, but I don't think that's it, because I tried looking up this old movie. I'm going to write that down to search for it, because I would love to watch that now. I got to write it on this. I would love to watch that now that I'm a little older. I got my notebook right here.
Don't traumatize yourself.
House on Hill horror. I don't know what it's called. I know it was House on something. Cemetery, House Around the Bend. It was something like that. You watched The Haunting Hour on Netflix. I never heard of that. The Walking Dead said Logitech C920 is a good camera. That's what I'm using, you know? The C920, which when I looked up the best like webcam for live streams and something like that, the C920 was, everyone was using it. It was like the YouTubers, you know what I mean? I even got it on a deal too. It was on half off on Amazon. It was like $40. It's like an $80 camera. I don't know why I'm doing that. And I just don't like it. I hate the way it looks. I just hate it. I do know a part of it is the internet because I don't know. Anyway. Ronnie, Laura is still alive. They showed her in the commercial for The Walking Dead. Oh, yeah, we know. Yeah. Why wouldn't she be alive? Remember, she came back and snitched on Dwight. Remember? Are you the person who commented on my old video? I have an old video. Remember when Laura disappeared for like 3 episodes? I did an old video where I was like, where's Laura? And someone just left me a comment like 3 days ago and they're like, you moron, Laura's this, and this. And I was like, do you guys not check the date on these? Like when you see an old video, do you not go, wait, when was this made? Rick Grimes said, serious this time. I went back and checked out your retail rescue videos, and they're actually great. Some of them are hilarious and feel like an episode of Trailer Park Boys or something. I'm going to have to check that out. Is that good? Is that on Netflix? Thank you very much. I do want to bring retail rescue back in a very small capacity. Maybe make like the, one video every blue moon. Because there's still more I want to discuss, and not just dumpster diving, but there's other things. Like dumpsters, our waste, right, scares me. Not for me, but my children's children. Because when you dumpster dive, you get a very clear look at what gets thrown away. And it is terrifying. If you want just a sneak peek, this Christmas, this Halloween, this Valentine's Day, whatever's coming up, this Thanksgiving, go into a store, go into multiple stores, and look at all the displays. Wouldn't you normally think they usually take everything and put it away somewhere and put it back out next year? A lot of it doesn't expire. Even some of the candy lasts for 2 or 3 years. Almost everything you see gets put right in the dumpster. Almost everything. And don't listen to people who come up and say, we don't do that in our store. Well, I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. But in every single year, every holiday, every time a company does a promotion, whatever display they put up, they don't keep that. They don't send it back. It gets destroyed and it gets put in the dumpster. And it is insane how much gets thrown out. Anyway, would you rather be surrounded by 30 zombies unarmed or one-on-one with Beta unarmed? Is he unarmed too? I would. That's tricky. If he's unarmed, I'll take Beta. I'm good with that.
Yeah, he's unarmed.
If he's got his knives, though, what do you want me to say to that? Give me the zombies. You kidding me? All right.
And the zombies will rain.
Have you ever watched Impractical Joker's Funniest Show on TV? I heard of it. I think I checked it out once, but I never really stuck with it. You watched The Haunting Hour on Netflix? No. I don't think it's House on Haunted Hill. I'll look that up, though. Are you excited for the new Halloween? Like 5 people asked that. Yes, I am. That lady at the end was Alpha, everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Tonight, Fear the Walking Dead episode is brought to you by Marshall Brewery. Do you ever play GTA 5 online? No. The second half of the season is so confused.
I shot people.
Yeah. Wait, the second half of the season is so confused. Tonight was one long beer commercial. I used to dumpster dive when I was younger and found so many good things. I think there's no better webcam than the C920. If you want better quality, start using not webcams. Haha. That might be the problem, though. The webcam quality might be the issue. I might just have to plug up something because even when I check out a lot of other people's live streams, everyone who's using a webcam has this kind of quality that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? But I do see people who have really crisp live streams, and sometimes when I look into it, they have these different cameras, whatever names, and they have it on the tripod connected through. So I might go with that, because right now I don't have a webcam just to connect it to the monitor. I have it on a tripod, a small one, in between the two monitors. So it's not like I need a webcam just to hang it on my monitor, you know? As long as I get one that plugs right in. Quiet now. Like I said, that's one thing that's bothering the shit out of me, and it's something that I'm going to put an end to real soon, because I hate this webcam. I hate it. No, I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. I'm going to check into it, though. Do you think the last Red Machete clip is alpha? Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago. I think it's definitely likely they're setting it up for that. I wouldn't be surprised, put it that way. But if they don't go that route, I don't know. Somebody asked about my hat. I'm sorry, for a while ago. My hat doesn't have a story to it. I found it, me and Juliet call it the old man hat, unless she has a different name I don't know about. But I found it in Target. They had a bunch of hats, and I didn't feel like going to any other stores. And I was just in the mood to get a hat, because lately the sun's been like... and I wanted this hat because I got all these pins laying around, and I want to start doing something with them. So I put Shaun of the Dead in the hat right here. So I got a lot... Maybe I'm too far away from this mic. I got a lot of... Because it sounded a lot better when I got closer. But I got a lot of other pins, and I want to start like changing them out. Just putting random pins in my shit. So the guy that was preaching that beer is the only thing you need, laugh out loud. Why is Doomsday Kingdom so amazingly good? Because it's been... What's that? What is that when stuff like... What is that called? When it simmers like grapes in a good wine? Because it's old and it's had a lot of time to simmer and soak up those juices, you know? When that guy was preaching about beer, I thought of him showing up at Alexandria, and Rick asks, what can you contribute to the community? Jim says, I've got beer. Wait, what? Red Machete is setting up alpha? No, it's not definite. It's just, if they did, I wouldn't be surprised. Because you have the Red Machete, Alpha has a machete, and they kept it a secret who took it last. So, and she's coming soon, so it lines up. Have you ever watched Philip DeFranco's channel? Yeah, I've seen his channel. Wait, what? Red Machete is setting up Alpha? I already read that. All right, last few questions. I think fermented. That's it. All right, Q&A. Any thoughts on Bitcoin? Is it all bullshit or what? I don't know enough to tell you. I just know that when it was coming out before, it was probably the opportune time to jump into it. Something about that, though, I don't think you should stay into it. Unless, there's other stuff I don't know. Get into it and get out. But now, I'm not sure, to be honest, what the market's like as far as investing. Ronnie, download Mafia 3. It's free right now on PS Plus. Oh, I have PS Plus, too. Thank you for that. How convenient do you think it is that Morgan was able to make it to Texas on his own, but now needs a lift? We're not going to discuss that, okay? Yeah, it's convenient. It's mad convenient. Wait, someone said something good about Doomsday Kingdom, and I want to find that comment, and I want to read it. I'm sorry you're going through something, Tammy. I hope you're... whatever shit you're going through, I hope it gets cleaned up quick. Red-Eyed Man 2. Is Season 4 any good? Haven't had any time to watch. Love the third season. If you love the third season, honestly, I'm not sure if you'll like this season, but I will say, in my opinion, I'm enjoying this season better than the last two seasons. What will Morgan's reaction be to Rick's death? Will he snap? Yeah, that Trevor Hayes, man, I see you're really, really like, I see you're an attention seeker, and I know you've been around for like, what, a year now? Just leaving comments looking for that. I mean, you are like so wanting attention, it's insane. And you could chill and kick it, that's fine, but usually if the mods see stuff that clogs the feed, they're just going to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So cut them some slack. If you want to come back to a video that isn't live and just, seek attention with crazy comments, then go for it, but yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a small troll or a big troll or a huge, like, if you're dropping like slurs, it's gonna go just to clean up the feed. So put a tampon in and man up. What will Morgan's reaction be to Rick's death? Will he snap? I don't think he's going to snap, but I think it's going to hit him hard. The Hollywood Gamer said, I love Doomsday Kingdom. Thank you very much. That was a comment I was looking for.
I don't either.
Gotta mention. You don't love Doomsday Kingdom?
Heck no.
Oh, Jillian, can you give me something over there? Super careful, though, and I mean it. Super careful. Grab those over there. Yeah, and again, if you didn't hear me before, you little turd, I uploaded some Doomsday Kingdom behind-the-scenes stuff on the channel. Thank you. So, if you want to go check them out. But, I just want to show you guys some of this stuff. Check this out. If you didn't know, I think this is an exclusive look for anyone who is buying Doomsday Kingdom issue number 3. And if you read Doomsday Kingdom issue number 2, if you didn't know, James sells the original art. This is what he draws on. This is page 1. Don't tell James I showed you. This is page 1 of issue 3. It is the original art. Look how big that is. It's 11 by 17 board. And he sells these on his website to help fund the comic. And you have this from issue 2. And then you have these pages down here that are, I think they're concept pages, but it's the day and night variant right here. I'm signing these and we're sending these out to somebody. But yeah, it's all original artwork. And pretty freaking badass.
Nope.
But I had a few people asking me about the art. This is the size, 11 by 17. The same as if you get like professional prints. 11 by 17 is a standard for like a small poster for the comic industry and stuff. So, and soon he already started on it, but soon I want to get our prints done for the. It was going to be like the. I wanted to say a thank you to the patron supporters and supporters and stuff like that. So I wanted to find a way to bring out something that we can figure out a way. I don't want to make any promises now because, again, trying to figure out how to do it all will be a little tricky. But it's going to be a signed print of me and Juliet as zombies. And he already has me done, and he's got to do Juliet. But that's on hold until we get issue 3 done and shipped. So, but keep in mind, we're still working on little things to just exciting, cool stuff. I don't know. Wouldn't it be epic if Alpha confronted our group in the second half of The Walking Dead Season 9, and she has Rick's machete? Daryl takes a look at it and says, who the shit are you? No. I think it would be cool if she stabbed Rick in the gut, and that's how he died, with the red machete. But something like she just shows up, and she's like, face to face with Daryl. If you mean let's polish like a really badass scene around that, then sure, yeah, something like that could work. But I want it to have like some crazy like moment. You know what I mean? Not just simply she has it and he notices it, because then what do we do from there? Ronnie needs to watch Zombie from 1979. Is that the Italian one you mean? Should there be a Seinfeld or Friends reboot? Hells no. Leave it go. Watch the old one. What's your favorite supermodel? I don't have one. Dead by Daylight is free on PSN. Yeah, Juliet downloaded that. You're trolling for attention again. Stop it. What? I'm just talking, bro. Spin. Spin. Why are you so mean to me, dude? I didn't know who the guy was in the thumbnail because I didn't watch the episode. Oh. Well, thank you for supporting the stream, though. I appreciate that. Fear deserves to get canceled. It won't, but it should. Slizzle said, do you think Jesus will have a significantly better story in Season 9? I hope so. No question, just a sincere thank you for all that you do. Many blessings to you and Juliet and the MAPP family. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No one blesses me but myself and God.
Oh, here we go.
I'm already blessed.
I seen what gets thrown out because I know people who work in grocery stores and stores potatoes and Halloween stuff. Found 6 trick-or-treat pumpkins got from the dumpster years ago and gave them to 2 friends and kids. Yeah, dumpsters with food and stuff gets nuts, man. It gets crazy. Anyway, I honestly think they should have killed the little girl. It's dumb that they are trying to redeem her. Yeah, we'll see what direction they go, you know? Is it true that Doomsday Kingdom has leaked online? No. No. Doomsday Kingdom's not big enough to leak online. I posted the entire first issue on the channel, you know? Just because I didn't put it one page after the next. It's been out for a year. Everyone has supported it to the best of their ability, buying a digital copy, physical copies, you know, sharing it on YouTube. So it's out in the audio commentary, especially in the art commentary. I'm putting the full pages up. Like, we're not hiding anything. So, yeah, it's not big enough to be leaked, but that's cute. One day, I hope it is big enough to get leaked, but, you know, we'll see. All right, Broncos fans saw Daddy-O 5 at Applebee's last night. You mean Daddy-O 3? You should have punched him. He lost his kids, remember? So there's only 3 of them. I know it was last year, but did you enjoy the Mayweather... Oh, wait, there's not 3 of them, is there? I don't even know. Did you enjoy the Mayweather McGregor fight? I didn't watch it. Have they ever explained how the gasoline hasn't gone bad yet? You know, my ears perked like a dog when they said that, because this is supposed to be a timeline that's close to the Walking Dead main show. I don't think it's that far yet. I think the main show is still, you know, a little bit ahead. But if they're that close, and I'm talking like a year apart, we don't know how. It's not official until we see it on screen in season 9, but it's got to be at least a year apart at this moment with the speculation. I'm not going by rumors or guesses. We don't know for sure. Possibly, let's say 2 years at the most. The Walking Dead main show is dealing with gas breaking down. So how do they have they know where the diesel's stashed? I don't get it. Unless they said something like they can restore it, and I didn't hear it. But the Hollywood Gamer said, I love the behind-the-scenes videos for Doomsday Kingdom and just anything related to Doomsday Kingdom. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. I was very dedicated. I don't know if you guys could tell, but if you watch the videos, I definitely appreciate it, because I spent, I think, 6 hours on part 3, just the editing, man. And I think I spent another 4 hours on part 1, piecing me and James did a little interview discussion together with the images from the comic and stuff, and getting those high-def images and zooming in and out and stuff like that. It's time-consuming, so I do appreciate that if you checked it out. Wait, I just seen a super chat come in. Let me check that out. Mark Scott with a $10 donation. Love Doomsday Kingdom. Check it out, doomsdaykingdom.com. You and James Milne are an awesome team. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support to the channel and the comic. That's definitely a project that I'm really excited about. I absolutely can't wait. The next thing we're going to do after issue 3, and this is another main event, after issue number 3, we're getting all sales done. We're getting whatever rotating stock, because we have some items that are going to rotate in stock. Very few, but they're going to rotate. And we have some that, like, we have a stack, like, I think the blanks. We have a whole stack in there. We're going to be good for the next, 5 months selling the blanks. They don't sell like hotcakes. They did it first. When we first released them, oh my God, I think one person bought like 10 of them. But we're still sitting on a nice little chunk, I think, like maybe 25 or 30, and then we'll be finished. But we're still going to have some rotating stock. And after issue 3, with I think the pre-order announcement and the release date for digital, when we close the pre-order and ship, right as we ship the last order, except for the rotating stock, I'm going to personally handle that. It'll only be U.S. orders, unfortunately, for a little bit, though. After that, after we're all done with issue 3, our next big move is either a publisher, and if we can't lock down a publisher, we're just going to move into what we need to do for us to be able to release every other month, not because it's been like a year and we have 3 issues out. We gotta at least be doing double that. We need 6 issues every other month on an independent schedule. I think we can do that until we find a home for it, because the big thing is shipping. And I don't just mean me. Like, it's going to take a lot. We get so many USA orders, and I don't mean just me and shipping the orders, because it's going to take a lot of time. And our main thing, our main focus is taking that cost away from the consumer, from you guys, the people keeping this alive, instead of buying and paying shipping every other month. When we change the shipping after issue 3, sure, if you live down the street, it's going to be like $2, to ship it, which is $2 or $3, I don't know. But if you live across the USA, it's going to be more than what it is now. It's going to be like $9 or some shit like that. I don't have the specific numbers. And then if you buy like a whole, there's some people who, one guy has a box because he's got this many. He bought like 3 of every single kind we have. Then again, the shipping goes up and stuff like that. But what was the point of what I'm saying? But yeah, what I'm saying is the shipping changes depending on what you buy. So we're trying to, in the long run, take the shipping down and release every month. And the only way we know to do that right now is to either go only digital or get published and get it put into comic shops. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. Last few questions. Anybody's got them? James Milne is my spirit animal. Early predictions: The Flash speed runs Rick off the grid so no one knows where he went. That could work. I think for Beta, the actor should be Shaquille O'Neal. How badass would that be? I love you, but no. No, he can't act, though. That's the only thing. Fun fact. Ronnie's most watched live stream has 120K views. For some reason, I don't believe that. The live streams don't get a lot of views. At least not, I didn't think they did. That's insane. That guy from Hound should play Beta. He'll be great. Yeah, I think he is probably the fan favorite to play Alpha or Beta, but I don't think that's happening. I think gasoline is old dinosaur bones. There, your lesson for that's your lesson for today. Stay in school, kids.
Never.
Oh, the comments were stuck for some reason there. I was trying to scroll down and it wouldn't. I'm looking for the... All right, Ronnie, what editing do you use? Hold on, honey. I use the Sony Movie Studio 13, I think it is, or 14, whatever is the newest one. It used to be Sony Movie Studio, and now it's Sony Movie Studio combined with Vegas. So when you buy it, mine says Vegas on it, but when I bought it, it didn't say Vegas. It said Sony Movie Studio. That's it. And something is happening with the OBS right now. That went crazy. My whole screen was like giggity giggity. So yeah, I use Sony Movie Studio Platinum 13 or 14, and it says Vegas on it. If you buy one or the other, I think it's pretty much the same thing, you know. Can you remember the name of a horror movie with Liv Tyler? No. I have a feeling there's an older one, but I don't know. Will you be pissed if Beta gets cut off the show? I'd be annoyed. Did you ever watch any Black Mirror episodes? Hell yeah. I think Black Mirror is awesome. Do you have an ending plan for Doomsday Kingdom? Yes. Actually, to prove that, issue 1 actually... I got a couple funny things hidden. I have something funny for when, if any social justice warriors come out. There's a thing about Katie. If any of them come out about her and say, like, she's, not a strong female lead, there's something coming up that'll make them eat their own words. And then if there's something connected to issue 1 that literally pushes the story towards the ending. So there's multiple reasons why issue 1 is what it is. I've talked about that, so much, but one of the big reasons is it leads to like directly to the ending. It's not right away. It's not like what happens after the feeding post in that present timeline. It's not like 5 issues later, that's the end, you know, but that leads, and you can see the direct connection there to the ending. So yes, there is an official ending. The writer, his story will end. It's not like an open, continuing story. That is The Walking Dead. That's not like every comic. It's not every zombie comic. I love that The Walking Dead is doing that, but Doomsday Kingdom, unfortunately for the writer, it has a beginning and it has an end. Without the end, the story is just not the same. Season 9 ends with a shadowy, tall figure looking at Alexandria. That's a post-credit finale teaser for Beta. I don't think Season 9 should end with that. I think they should introduce Beta in Season 9. Wait, Charm said at the 120K it wasn't live anymore. Okay, so people were watching it after. That makes sense. No Final Cut Pro? No, I don't use Final Cut Pro. Maybe one day I'll use it. I just started using this really cheap version of Sony back in the day. And when you buy the higher up versions that have a lot of like editing stuff in them, it actually stays the same interface. I don't know. The same interface. It's similar. So it was so easy for me to just buy the more professional version of it and use that. You know, I think the next tier up, if I went one higher, I think it's like $400 for the editing software. One day I will buy that type of editing software, but I just don't need that right now, you know? Dr. Smarty Pants says, I really hope Telltale makes a 2 or 3 season Whisperer spinoff. Don't stop here, Telltale. Well, that's the tricky part. If they make a spinoff, I don't think we want to watch the Whisperers. Like, I don't want to play the Whisperers. If they're a villain or a side character that we see a little of, okay. But I don't want to play with I don't want to be involved with them. Me personally. Charm said, have you ever been to LA or Las Vegas? No, I've always wanted to go to California. All right, something's going on with YouTube. The live stream's doing good, but the comments are, I'm trying to click down on the comments, and it's like, it's so strange. It's literally, I'm seeing it physically struggle to scroll down, but everything else is running smooth. Ronnie, what do you think about Jim was going to be rich, but then the apocalypse happened? How would you feel if your dreams were about to come true and then the apocalypse happened? That's the story of my life, homie. So I feel his pain. Ronnie, do you think the MCU's Captain Marvel will be a social justice nightmare? Social justice warrior nightmare or a good film? Honestly, I don't know enough about it right now. I'd be surprised if Marvel did any social justice warrior stuff in the movies right now. It's just not the time or place. Actually, it's never the time or place, but Strangers was actually scary. The sequel is not so much. Doomsday Kingdom ending, everything is the mind of the autistic child who was playing with a snow globe. No, I think that's already a real ending from a movie. No, there's no fake out endings like that. It's happening. Everything's happening for real. Ronnie, what do you think of the movie Good Will Hunting? Oh, I grew up watching that. I love that. Do you like DC or Marvel comics? No. The stories are so bad, it's not even funny. They are so bad. All right, last couple. I know I love chit chat with you guys, but now that she starts school, I really got to cut it down. And this will be the last week you guys see her. She wanted to stay up because
Some of my questions.
Honey, you got to get in bed for school. I tell you what, quickly, guys, if you want to, ask Juliet a couple things. Anyone who doesn't want, anyone who, if you're done, you're done. Go. Have a nice night. Thank you very much for hanging out. We're done with The Walking Dead, and we're done with whatever right now, because I think the stream is crashing. My thing is all glitchy. So Juliet wants to get on. You guys ask her a couple questions if you're interested. If you're not, thank you very much. I'll see you next Sunday. But just real quick, though, because I do got to get her in bed. And this will be the last week that she's able to say hi on the live streams, because from now on, she will be going to bed on her regular bedtime again. So Brie Larson is gorgeous. It's going to take a second, so hold on. I liked her in Free Fire. I'm going to do a video on that, but Charm said YouTube might be obsolete in 5 years. No way in hell. It might be, but there's definitely going to be something like it. I'll explain later because it's not going the way you think. It's not just going to disappear. There's a replacement coming. Easy, Ronnie. The story in the Whisperer spinoff and the main character, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not what I mean. We'll get into that in another day, but I don't mean it's difficult to do a story with the Whisperers. I mean I don't want to. It loses some of what makes them interesting, knowing more and more about them. They become less interesting. So I don't want to have anything to do with that. If you like that, that's your personal preference. I want to keep as much possible a mystery. That's it. That's what I meant by that. All right. Yeah, Juliet, we need to do this real fast. Hop up here and we'll see what kind of questions, because something's wrong with this. Is it midnight for you guys right now? Yes, it is. Do you think Gimple regrets the cliffhanger ending? Sure. If he doesn't, I'd be surprised. Howling Wolf said, how many more main character only vehicles do you think we will see this season? It seems like they find them when convenient, like Morgan in the season premiere and Alicia last episode years in. It's never going to stop, to be honest. I like Infinity War. Juliet is such a ham. She's adorable. Okay, we got some questions. Come on, honey. Watermelon or cherry?
Watermelon.
Watermelon?
I eat watermelon all the time.
Laugh out loud. As soon as Ronnie said that, 40 people left. Nice. Well, I don't want them to stay if they don't want to chit-chat. You know what I mean?
4 people left, not 40.
What grade is Juliet in?
I'm in 3rd grade now. Tough times.
Tough times. A lot more homework now.
I haven't even gone to school yet.
Tomorrow's her first day back. Juliet, have you ever slapped Ronnie? She beats me all the time. Send help.
Remember one time when I did a cartwheel and then you put your hand in the water?
You just kicked me today. Remember I went to push you?
Yeah, and then
Are you excited for school?
Juliet, do you... Oh, wait. Juliet, you excited? Yes, so much, because my friend Skylar's in school.
Let me read them all to you so we can get going. Who is your favorite Frankie Stein or Dracula? Oh, she hasn't actually got into... It's been a while since she messed with Monster High, to be honest. Do you still play that or ever?
Of course I do.
It's been a while. I think she's stuck on Fortnite, but she's slowly getting off Fortnite.
I have, what's it called?
Well, you have like 10 dolls of Monster High, but I don't think you watch it or nothing anymore.
No, I don't watch it, but I do play with it.
Juliet, do your friends and teachers know your dad is a YouTuber? No, I don't
only
think so.
some, like Keelan and Skylar's like it. It's like 2 of my friends.
All right. Have you ever seen... I've never seen Next Invitation. Where did the name Make a Path Presents come from? I got a long channel, actually, a long video talking about it in detail. So you can check that out if you want the short version. Sorry. It's basically an acronym that is like a inspirational thing for me personally. And this is the short version. You can check out the long one for all the backstory. But instead of just taking a path or, doing what's already out there, you make your own path. So that's what I'm doing with the YouTube channel and with other future content. Oh, we are. So, Spin said, be nice to your dad. You're a lucky girl to have him.
So I'm not. I don't even want to have him.
Juliet,
I'm just kidding. I love you.
What was the coolest thing that you did this summer?
Oh, I did. Nothing.
You went swimming all summer, like
So
every
that's not
other day.
cool? The coolest thing I've done is learned how to do gymnastics, I guess.
Gymnastics? Yo, I can't even think. I know we did a bunch of things. I can't even think of.
Oh yeah, get my win with 10 kills. That's mine.
Oh, your Fortnite thing. What was
my win
that?
with 10 kills.
That park you went with your grandmother though? Wasn't that Adventure Zone? I took you to the one that had the trampolines and stuff. But what was that? That one with you went with your cousins.
Oh yeah,
What was
I
that?
love that one.
I wasn't there, so I don't
That was
remember
arcade.
it. Okay. We didn't have a vacation this summer,
Julia,
so there's
are
nothing
you
like where we went anywhere.
secretly best friends with... What does that mean?
That's another YouTube channel. It's just a troll. Don't read those troll ones. It's a waste of your time.
Juliet, are you...
She's wearing a Monster High nightgown. Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Right as we're talking.
I forgot.
Wait, my favorite one of these two is this one.
All right, here we go. What is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math?
I love math. Math's the
Juliet,
best.
if superpowers were real, what superpower would you want, and would you use them to help others or for your own benefit? God help Ronnie if that happened.
I don't help others.
Help others? Lame.
My best friend Skylar.
She's
My superpower would be invincibility and
invincibility.
and
Sorry, I hit the
like
microphone.
time travel or like stopping time.
That would be pretty
That's
cool.
all I want. So I can have more time to play Fortnite.
Sorry, Ronnie, if I came off as aggressive. Oh, no, you didn't. Not at all. Not at all. I don't know. I'm short and blunt and right to the point, so sometimes people think I'm being aggressive, and I really don't mean that. I mean to just be blunt and right to the point, you know?
What is your worst thing about Ronnie? You know, it's hard. Like, everything. Like, everything about him just upsets me. I'm just kidding. I love you. I love you.
She hates me. Julia, you hit the microphone! How dare you?
Wait,
The questions are, like, so laggy. What would you do if you got sucked into a Disney movie, honey?
oh my god, I'd bawl my eyes out. I hate Disney.
Juliet, do you like Iron Man or Captain America? I know this one.
Neither.
You love Captain America. What are you talking about?
Wait, which one's Captain?
With the
America?
shield.
Oh yeah, I love him. Who knows more about me? Like, who knows more about me?
All right, yeah, something's going on with... This is laggy as hell.
What do you want to be when you grow
All right, last
up?
question.
Oh.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Actually, no, it's funny.
Besides a pro Fortnite player or a YouTuber.
I know I am cute.
Are you going to do cheerleading over my dead body? I don't think you think that's what it... I don't think you know... Wait a minute. I don't think you know what that actually means.
No.
It means I'm not going to let you be a cheerleader. Over my dead body is a saying. It's not like that's going to kill me. I know you're thinking something like that. Juliet, what sports are you planning on getting into?
Gymnastics. That's not even a sport.
She's going to be a pro at being a lame.
Yeah.
Lame.
Oh, I'm on.
Juliet, what's your favorite food? No, we really do got to shut it down, honey, because you got to get some sleep.
I don't have a favorite food. I don't like any food.
All right, we got to shut it down. I honestly don't know what's going on. I hope the feed isn't laggy.
Wait, guys, comment
the comments are so laggy. All right, thank you very much for the mods holding it down in the comment section. Thank you very much for everyone supporting with the Patreon support, with the Super Chat support here and every other weekend. And don't forget, come back next Sunday at around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for another live stream.
Spin.
And one last question.
Wait, Spin is seriously like a troublemaker. Like, first he's making fun of you. Remember that?
No, that's joking. That's one of my mods. That's why they're saying that.
I know, it was a joke.
And they
But
say,
I'm saying, like, if it was a real person.
are you talking about the same one? This right here?
No, not that. Oh my god.
Then which one? Which one? I missed it.
It's nowhere near here. It's at the first
sorry.
of the list when we first started stream. Just go down.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. I just lost track of what you were saying. Yeah, all right, so I said thank you to everyone. I think if I didn't, if I missed you, thank you.
No.
No, that's not what that says. Does Ronnie suck at cooking?
Does Ronnie
I don't cook.
You're You're saying you don't cook.
I cut up watermelon, and that's all she eats all day long. True story. No, well, it feels like that because I bought a big watermelon. She's the only one who eats it. So every 10 minutes, she's like, Daddy, cut me up some watermelon. She's a little freaking psycho. Anyhow, Juliet's nuts, though. I think I cook chicken the most. And there will be times where I'll cook chicken and she'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then 10 minutes later, she's like, I'm done. I don't want it anymore. And then when it comes time to eat leftovers, she's like, ew, I don't want that. And I'm like, what? You just said it was the best chicken ever last night. She's a psycho. Anyhow, Matt, we gotta go. So say your goodbyes, honey. I think I said my goodbyes and thank yous to everyone.
I got a fart holding in.
Say goodbye so you can stop holding in your fart, you frickin'. You're gonna watch these when you're a teenager and you're gonna be like, I hate my dad. All right. Thank you guys very much. I got to put this little creature back in the cage so she gets some sleep for school tomorrow. Love you for all the support. And what else? I know I'm forgetting. If I forget something, I'm sorry. But I love you guys. Good night.
Every time.
All right, where's the delete button? I need to delete my channel. I make homemade mac and cheese. I forgot about that. I make homemade mac and cheese, and you love it. Oh, my God.
Did you shut up your stream?
Oh, my God.